Hello, I'm Lance Dixon, and welcome to week 28 of the Sharing the Light broadcast. Last week, we spoke about finding purpose in everyday life, how to go about doing that, and the benefits behind it. This week, we're going to shift our focus a little bit, and we're going to talk about how we can turn a setback into a comeback. Now, everyone has had things that may or may not have gone right in their life, things that disappointed us, a setback. And sometimes that setback can have devastating effects on us mentally. It can put us in a state of depression depending on the severity of the setback. So the question that arises is, how do we overcome that? How do we turn that setback into a comeback? Here's something I want you to think about for a second. The difference between a setback and a comeback is the decision you make in the middle. Think about that. In the time of that setback, you have to decide how you're going to deal with it. And whatever that decision is will determine how you're going to move forward, whether you're going to fall into a state where you stay with the setback or start overcoming whatever that situation is. Everyone has had a setback in their life. They are in one right now, or they know somebody who has had one. So today, I want to give you a framework, not just inspiration, but a practical path for turning your setback into your greatest comeback. Adversity does not disqualify you, it develops you. The pain is not the problem. Staying down is where the problem lies. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to understand the setback. The setback is anything that interrupts your forward progress. This could be a job loss, health challenge, a failed venture, broken relationships, missed goal, anything. Every setback attacks something specific: your sense of control, your sense of worth, your sense of security. When you know what's been attacked, you can respond with clarity instead of panic. So, once you understand what happened, the question becomes, what do you do next? Let me give you 5 steps or 5 principles of a comeback. Principle one: accept reality without accepting defeat. The denial delays recovery. Acceptance is not agreement, it's clarity. Write down what happened, just the facts, no blame. Clarity is your first tool. Principle two: separate your identity from your circumstance. You are not your failure. Let me say that again. You are not your failure. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your mistake. A setback is something that happened to you, not something that became you. So do this: write 3 statements that affirm who you are apart from the situation. You really need to get a hold of that. Principle three: extract the lesson before you exit the season. Every setback carries intelligence. Before you move on, ask the hard questions. There's something you can learn from that situation. What warning signs did I ignore? What gaps were revealed? Just example 2 things that you can ask yourself. The goal is not self punishment, it is strategic self awareness. People who skip this step has a tendency to repeat the same setback in a different season. Principle four: build a comeback plan with measurable steps. It's going to be challenging, but this is part of the path to move forward. A comeback without a plan is just wishful thinking. You want a clear destination. You want short term wins. You want gaps that you have to address. Accountability and realistic timeline should all be a part of that plan. Review it weekly. Progress compounds when you have a plan to work. Principle five: leverage community and support. No one makes a great comeback in complete isolation. You're going to need support, family, friends, associates. Get the support that's there for you. Don't let pride isolate you in the most critical season. Get help when you need it. Identify one person, a mentor, a friend, or coach who will keep you accountable. Share with them your plan and how you're going about moving forward. Reach out. If you're in the process of a setback, reach out this week. Don't delay. One of the things you need as you're overcoming and moving forward is you need a comeback mindset. The way you interpret the setback determines how long you stay in it. A fixed mindset is one that believes this proves I'm not good enough. When you look at a setback like that, you're fixed in a situation and you're not moving forward. A growth mindset is something like this shows me exactly what I need to develop. Now, you are addressing the issue. Resilience is not a personality trait. It is a skill you build. Every time you choose to get back up, you are getting stronger. Now, for those of us like myself who are in the faith community, Romans 5 reminds us that trials produce perseverance, character, and hope. The greatest comeback story ever told is a story of redemption. You got to draw strength from your faith. A setback is never the final word. You're not operating alone. So let me kind of recap. Setbacks do not create character, they reveal it. This week, do three things. If you're in a setback situation, do these three things. Write down what happened, extract the lesson, and make one call to someone who will hold you accountable. A comeback is not a question of whether it will happen. It's a question of when and how fully you commit to the process. You were built for this. Well, that's kind of all I have this week, and I hope these words are helpful to you. We want to move forward. We don't want to get stuck in the past. Everybody can come back from a setback. It's just a matter of putting forth the effort to do so. As always, we have material that's helpful attached to this broadcast. We have a nice document that kind of goes over what we talked about regarding making your setback your comeback. We also have other information that can be helpful to you. Well, that's all I got for this week. This is Lance Dixon signing out.